Hey everyone, and welcome to another TWM12 video in War Thunder. My apologies, I am extremely hungover, but this video has been a long time coming. It's an Armored Warfare follow-up, based on my video I made about 6 or 7 months ago. So, pretty much it's a follow-up video about what some of the comments have said, and about what people have told me in Discord. So, it's not going to flow like I'm going to say what's good and bad. I'm going to speak about some of the comments. It's going to be a bit in the higgledy-piggledy order, but sorting through 240 comments plus a shit ton of comments on Discord, it would be a fucking pain in the ass to do so. So I'm just going to do it the way I feel like it'll be easiest to do. So the first comment that I actually agree with, to me, it actually sums up Armored Warfare pretty well. For all those who want to join this game, keep in mind it's not like War Thunder or World of Tanks. The nerfing in this game is very, very rare, and almost every week is an important update that either improves the gameplay, the graphics quality, frames, optimization, or tanks. While that first statement, I would agree with some of it, I do feel like every week's update on the game, well, every monthly update or weekly update, depending on what's coming out, doesn't always improve it. Sometimes I do feel like it's a bit of an unnecessary update. But that's one thing at least they're trying now with how it used to be on the game. When Obsidian was phased out through all the infighting, it seemed to definitely strangle the game in regards to its development and limiting it. However, it was nice to see that My.com are finally beginning to try and take on the potential of Armored Warfare, since they wasted so much of it over the past couple of years. So hopefully with that there, we'll see more revival of the game, potentially. But it's hard to say on that one. Another part I like is, he goes on to mention, the main thing is the player base is PvE. Which is 100% true. To me, I don't mind it, as the PvE is quite relaxing to play, especially at like tier 5, tier 6, tier 7. But at higher tiers, you get spammed by ATGMs. You really do. ATGM spam is nasty. Even though you do have active protection systems, which is a really unique feature, it doesn't stop all the ATGMs, so you do have to be wary about that, and it can make it a bit infuriating. As well, the PvE just gives you as much rewards anyway, so there isn't much difference for it. This game, let's see, what else does he say? This game, despite others, you get more for free than in World of Tanks, for instance, where every Christmas you get a shitty tier 2 or 3, and Armored Warfare you get a tier 5, 7 or 9 if you're lucky in crates. Well, that is true. The loot box system in Armored Warfare is more ludicrous than other games' loot systems, for example World of Warships or War Thunder. You can get up to $70 to $100 items easily. Like, I've seen myself get 25,000 gold from a loot box. I've seen myself get tier 9 premiums, tier 7 premiums, tier 8. I've even got the Leopard 2 Revolution with its Berlin skin, which is an extremely rare one. That's one thing about the loot boxes, they can be very ludicrous in this here. However, like all loot boxes, it's really down to the RNG. To me, loot boxes shouldn't really be in games, as it's a form of gambling, especially when the game isn't specifically targeted for adults. I do think loot boxes should be limited, personally speaking. This game offers a lot of opportunities where you play for free or invest a tiny amount, for an instance such as special events where you can get special missions for unique tanks. That's one thing I don't agree with. It's the same as what World of Warships Splits does and World of Tanks Splits. To me, all content should be accessible for free on a free-to-play game. However, I do understand why they've done it, because you need financial funds to support a game. It's that simple, you really do. Where Gaijin would overcharge for like the Herman Sherman or the German Sherman, as they done there, by bringing it back every so often, even though they said they don't. It's to generate funds that's needed to develop the game, and I do understand it, but I don't agree with it. Like, €60 for a tier 2 tank at 4.0, like, what a joke. You can get a tier 9, you can get a fucking 9.7 jet for that, sorry, 9.0 jet for that. You can get a top of the line premium for the same price, and you get more for it as well. But that's what happens, sadly, with games. It's just one of them things in games. However, I do agree, if you stay low and active, this game is fun, you get to enjoy tanks and make friends. Every game's like that, 100%. However, the community is a small community, so while you'll pretty much meet everyone within the first few months of playing, because of how small the community is. However, that's the only issue with it. It really is one of my issues with it. The community is too small. And it's not the game's fault, it's the developer's fault for lacking a decent advertising campaign. Pretty much they've done a flip. They've invested loads in developing new events, developing new storylines. It's developed to the point where instead of advertising the game, they've solely invested in developing it to the point where they've neglected the advertising side and focus on developing, where before they advertised and neglected developing. It's always the way. They pretty much done a fucking flip on it. Now, one of my friends in my Discord, or Boris, he makes some good points, and one of the points that he makes is there is a lack of content creation for the game, 100%. There is a lack of content partners for it. There's also a lack of... I don't really agree that there's a lack of balance. To me, if you're making an arcade game, balance isn't 100% necessary, especially when there's no real PvP, it's mainly PvE. There's many ways that you can solve situations like that there. You just need to learn how to play the tank, you need to use its armor to its advantage, you need to use its speed, its agility, whatever cannon it has. So there is ways to mitigate the balance that you need to. They've changed EULA. Every company always changes EULA. That's not really an issue. There's a lack of Brazilian YouTubers who want to play it. Well, that's based on the content creation. Let's see, what else does he say? Well, kill stealing will always happen. That's always an issue within games. I do agree now that support and admin team is very poor usually in this year game. But that's the same in a lot of games. Like, I've had very negative support team replies and very, like with Wargaming, they always make me feel very unwelcome in regards to their support. Whereas support from Gaijin, I've always got very good replies from them. A lot of them are very helpful. I don't know if it's because I'm a content partner with Gaijin or not. That might be why. I might sway them a wee bit to be nice, but that could be it. Though he feels like there's too many new premiums every week. I can understand where that's coming from. However, I have noticed some of the premiums are just returning premiums. So that happens. That can happen. It's just a way to try and keep the servers alive and keep the game development going. Games will always have a pay to win aspect. They really will. It's something that can't. It's just something that will always happen. But it's one of them things really with the game. Like, some people will feel that tanks will need balanced art, some people will feel that it's fine the way it is. Me personally, I feel like it's fine that way. And as Animalia says, Obsidian really needs to start a huge marketing campaign. Sadly, it's not Obsidian no more, it's my.com. The PvP used to be amazing, but the PvE used to not be fun at all and stupid. Now they've improved enemy bots, it's a way funner. They have improved the bots a lot in PvE, and that does make it challenging, especially the hardcore mode. Let's see. That's what the guy was saying. This guy, Horse, played it 24/7 for 1.5 years, pretty much PvE only, unlocked all tanks and had a lot of PvE fun until they introduced ATGMs for the CPU enemies, not balanced at all. So I would agree to the point. The ATGMs can be pretty broken, and it seems to be a recurring issue with the game and comment. But that's some way. Since you're blitzing, I'm a new player and loving it. I would agree there's not much point in investing money in the game. It's one of them things that it's a free to play game. There'll always be that aspect to it. Yeah, more people do play on PC, and sadly it is dead on Xbox, as some people have noticed. It's just one of them things, sadly. it just lacks a completely solid system. It just lacks a solid advertising base that it really does need to revive this game. Someday we'll get it. Someday we will. Still love Morte Palette. I still love this game, and devs still take care of it and update it regularly despite its low player count. I understand there isn't many players anymore, there's not many missions or new things to do, but it's still a fun game, especially in multiplayer. Yeah, 100%, it is a fun game, but the developers could revive this and make it a lot easier by promoting it. Last time and Jose Marcindo, let's see, last time I played this game when Arabian Nights came out, Arabian Nights was a very fun campaign pack. Played this game since alpha, same as me. Coming back to the whole new aspect of the game, this is a game where resembles close to real life vehicles, miss being on the Abrahams, and this hits on the money. Guessing he was in the Armored Corps in the US military. World of Tanks doesn't have pay to win, premium, oh fuck, or some guy was imaginary thinking that World of Tanks has no pay to win aspects. Every free to play game does. Every free to play game does. Every gacha game does. Every type of free to play game does. Let's see. Nice to see another beta player in Armored Warfare playing since the alpha testing. PvE has been the main reason I stayed with the game. 100% as well. I mainly stayed because of PvE. You just can chill and relax. Especially after playing World of Tanks or War Thunder. War Thunder can be very stressful at times because of broken mechanics and because Gaijin won't ever fix fucking bugs. They just keep adding, they just keep breaking things. Like, I don't know why the fuck they brought MiG-21 to 9.7 where it's pretty much nullified 8.7 jets. Like, what a joke. But yeah, it's a nice way to relax, it really is. And the fact they've added infantry as well is a nice wee feature. But someday we will maybe see a true revival. There was a guy as well commenting about him not disintegrating a BMP in a single hit. Well, yeah, that's the thing though. It's an arcade game, you've got HP to deal with, that's how things will go, sadly. It's one of them things that happens. It really is. There's many things that's better in Armored Warfare. First, if you're over tier facing its +2 tier tanks, you still don't have good battles. Also, no RD. But there is mechanized infantry. That is true. Mostly the mortar is like RD. It's one of them things that they sort of listen to the community in regards to RD, where artillery is not PvE only, I believe. It's one of them things. This game it had a lot of potential. It really did. But it was wasted in the 2.5 years. It really was wasted. Like, as soon as Obsidian was out of it and my.com took control, they wasted 2 years worth of development and focus on advertising. And now they've done the complete opposite again. They've put so much into developing it, but nothing into advertising it. They went from one extreme to the other extreme, and it's just killed the game. It really has. It hasn't killed it, it's strangling it, it's bottlenecking its growth, is a better way to put it. It's one of them things I do agree with, that they really need to try and strike a balance. But that's a thing that probably won't ever happen. Fan Dragon, relevant? Well, yeah, because it's only World of Tanks game with a dedicated PvE system. Well, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. PvE does make life decent. Let's see, still playing the game regardless player base. There's that many comments. There's so many of them here. I'm sorry. It's going to be a long video. I'm hoping it's not going to be longer, about 15 minutes or so. Arcadia, actually this game's begun to shine a few months ago. When I retook this game, I find matches easier than a few years ago. PvP, you have to wait no more than 3 minutes averagely. Now PvE is a few seconds, which is true. PvP, however, does take up to 5 minutes still, so PvP is still a long wait. However, you can find the game within a minute on PvE, 100%. It's become a bit of a hidden gem in that there aspect. It's sadly going to be one thing that will never change. That is pretty nice to see though. Hopefully, maybe someday we will see a revival of the game, but all we can do is hope. We can hope that the game will get decent advertisements and hope the developers will find a balance. Hope you enjoyed the follow-up video on Armored Warfare. It was one I was meaning to do for months. People have asked me to do it, but just kept on getting put back and back and back because I just have many issues with. For some weird reason, the hard drive it was installed on, my hard drive, I've got an external hard drive that I've got the game on that, I shouldn't really say external, it's more a backup hard drive I've got the game on. It just didn't want to play ball. I don't know why, it was a pain in the ass, it just didn't want to work for ages, but I managed to get that sorted. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all will check me out on Twitch as well. Check me out on Twitch, the link will be down in the description, or TWM12YT, because someone stole my fucking name on Twitch. I don't know why, but someone stole my channel name on Twitch, just like there's a Christian group, the Word Ministries, that stole TWM12 as well, for fuck's sake. I don't know why, like, but yeah. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I will maybe see more of you in Armored Warfare, and hopefully we can maybe see a revival of the game eventually. Anyways, thanks again for watching.